Hi friends, how are you all? Today I'll talk about the Sun Ketu Conjunction in astrology. Friends, do subscribe to this channel, share this video. If you want consultation, my number is there in the video description. Friends, what is Sun? Sun is your self, you can say. Sun is a natural significator of the first house of your chart. So Sun can signify your whole personality. Yes friends, Sun is the significator of your soul, of your health. Yes, Sun is the significator of your identity, of your sense of selfhood. And Sun is also the natural lord of the 5th house. So Sun can signify our creativity, creative power. Yes, Sun is also the significator of the first male child in Bhrigu Nandinadi astrology. Sun can signify the first male child. Sun is the significator of creative power in us. Yes friends, Sun is also the significator of the 9th house. So Sun can signify spiritual knowledge, spirituality, values, ethics, morals, principles. Sun can signify that. Yes, it is connected to our success in life, to our prosperity in life, to name, fame also that we attain in life. So Sun is also connected to our 10th house. It is a natural significator of the 10th house. So the name, fame and prosperity that we attain in this world, even in our profession, that can be signified by Sun. Sun also signifies authority, power. Sun is a significator of our father because it is the significator of the 9th house. Natural significator of the 9th house. So Sun signifies the father. Yes friends. And also all father-like figures in our life, like all father figures, or all those people in authority, in position of power, they are signified by Sun. Even in your office, people who occupy a position of authority, they come under the they will come under the purview of Sun. And Sun is the significator of so many things, friends. And Ketu is connected to spirituality. It is also considered to be the significator of moksha or spiritual liberation. So Ketu is connected to the 12th house, where you have Pisces, where Ketu is powerful in the sign of Pisces. So natural 12th house. So Ketu is connected to moksha, spiritual liberation, even redemption. Ketu can be connected to isolation also. So it is also connected to foreign travel. Ketu can be connected to foreign travel. Ketu is connected to meditation, spirituality, as I told you. It can be connected to isolation. Ketu is also connected to the 9th house, where Sagittarius sign is there naturally. Ketu is believed to be very strong, even exalted in Sagittarius also. Now Ketu that is connected to spiritual knowledge, spirituality. Ketu can be connected to the 8th house, where 8th house of Scorpio naturally. So Ketu is also considered in some books to be exalted in Scorpio. Then Ketu is connected to 8th house, all hidden things. Ketu is connected to that. Hidden knowledge, even occult knowledge, spiritual knowledge and also occult knowledge. Spiritual knowledge is mainly seen from the 9th house, but spiritual practice, meditation, astral travel, these things can be seen from the 8th house. So Ketu is connected to all of that. Ketu can be connected to small machines, small machinery. Ketu can be connected to medicine also, medicine. Ketu can be connected to weapons, to all kinds of weapons which can harm people, hurt people or anybody, even animals. So it can be connected to weapons. So Ketu can also be connected to violence. Ketu can be therefore connected to even terrorism. It can be connected to surgery also. And Ketu has some connection with the 6th house also. That is why Ketu is connected to the maternal uncle. Yes, Ketu is connected to maternal uncle. Ketu is that is mother's younger brother. In Bhrigu Nadi we believe that. And Ketu is also considered to be, because it is connected to the 8th house, so it is also connected to somehow the Scorpio energy. Yes, and in Lal Kitab astrology, it is believed that Ketu is the Putra Karak, that is, Ketu can also, be the significator of, it's a planet which can also bless the native with a child. Now, Ketu is actually the planet of, not just separation and detachment, but it can also show joining, and no religious ceremony is possible without no religious ceremony, no spiritual practice is possible without Ketu actually. Now friends, now Sun and Ketu, if they are together, what will happen? Now look at the, friends, you can see that here, this is just the structure of a chart, okay? And here you can see that, I hope you can see that there is Sun and Ketu. I have just shown that it is in the first house. Yes friends, first house. Now this conjunction can take place in any house. It can happen in any house of the chart. Yes friends? Okay. Yeah, this is the first house, second house, third house, fourth house, like this. It can happen in any house. Now, if you have Sun Ketu conjunction, then what can you say? Yes friends? Now, first of all, you have to look at the degree. Yes, Sun's degree is higher or Ketu's degree is greater, that you have to see. Now, if Ketu's degree is greater than that of Sun and Sun's degree is lower, then this conjunction becomes very, very strong. Yes friends, because Ketu is always retrograde. It will have a tendency to move towards Sun if its degree is greater, and Ketu is retrograde, so it will move towards Sun, and Sun's degree, if it is less, then it will also, because Sun is always directional, it will move towards Ketu. Then this conjunction will be very strong, no matter what be the difference of degrees. Even if the difference of degrees is more than 10 degrees, even if it is more than 15 degrees, 20 degrees, even then it will be very strong if Ketu's degree is greater than that of Sun. Yes friends, because Ketu is retrograde, it will always move towards Sun. Now, this is how conjunction is considered to take place in Parashari Jyotish, that is in one house, in one particular zodiac sign. In this case, it is Aries sign. Now, in Bhrigu Nadi astrology, friends, we believe that conjunction or yuti can happen in other ways also. If there are certain special aspects between Sun and Ketu, then also conjunction can take place between Sun and Ketu. What are those aspects? Suppose if Ketu is in the second house, say Sun is in the first house, as you can see, and if Ketu goes to the second house, then also it is considered to be a very strong conjunction in Bhrigu Nadi, because Sun's second aspect will fall on Ketu and Ketu's 12th aspect will fall on Sun. And 12th aspect of Ketu, because it is a retrograde planet, is very strong. So, if this sort of conjunction is there where, Ketu is ahead of Sun, Ketu is in the next house, then also this conjunction will be considered in Bhrigu Nadi. Then you friends, also another important conjunction is the 5-9 aspect between Sun and Ketu. If you have the 5-9 aspect, that is, say if Sun is here and Ketu is in the 5th house, then Sun's 5th aspect is falling on Ketu and Ketu's 9th aspect will fall on Sun. Or it can be vice versa. Ketu can be in the 1st house, Sun can be in the 5th house. This is called the 5-9 aspect. So if there is this trinal aspect between Sun and Ketu, then also a very strong conjunction of Sun and Ketu is formed according to Bhrigu Nadi. Now friends, another aspect which is that 7th aspect. So if Ketu is in the 7th house, Sun in the 1st house, or vice versa. In that case, Sun will be with Rahu if Ketu is in the 7th house. That is, if Ketu is 7th from Sun, then also some influence of Ketu will fall on Sun. That is what we consider in BNN. Now friends, BNN is Bhrigunandinadi. Now these are the main conjunctions. Now one more is there, but it is not that strong. It is the 3-11. Say Sun is in the 1st house and if Ketu is in the 3rd house. So this will be strong because Sun's 3rd aspect will fall and Ketu's 11th aspect will fall. So but this will be strong only if Ketu is in the 3rd house. That is, Ketu is 3rd from Sun, and Ketu is 3rd and Sun is 11th from Ketu. If that is there, then this 3-11 will be considered to some extent. So these are the aspects. Now friends, what are the results which you can expect when you have Sun Ketu conjunction? That I will discuss. Now Sun is your, I said personality, your sense of self-confidence. It is with Ketu. Ketu is in a way a planet of detachment. Yes, Ketu can show, because it is connected to 12th house also, so it can show hidden fear. Ketu is also connected to the 8th house, so it is connected to anxiety, fear and all. It can be, and anyway it is the planet of detachment. So the native may be to some extent detached from his or her own self. The native may not be connected to his or her own self. This can happen especially up till the age of 30 or 35. Say 30 to 35. Some natives after the age of 30 onwards, they start gaining that sense of self-confidence, their sense of selfhood, they start gaining. And in case of some natives, it can happen after the age of 35. So that is that, during that age period only, slowly Ketu will slowly remove its shadow from the Sun. After all, Ketu is a shadow planet and Sun is the planet of ultimate light. Yes, so Ketu casts its shadow on the Sun. So it is also called a sort of a Grahan Yoga or Grahan Dosha. So Ketu will remove its shadow slowly from the Sun. So its shadow will be removed, say after the age of 30 to 35. Now friends, so otherwise you will see that in the first part of the life until the native, that is until the age of 30, usually 30, the native is, not so confident. There is a lack of confidence in the native, self-confidence. The native may be very shy. The native may love to be in isolation. He may not like to, project his self. He will, like to be in isolation also. And people also will talk about him whenever he leaves the place. So after he has left a place and after the native is gone, then people generally will notice or will talk about him. So he is very shy. Usually he or she is supposed to be shy and supposed to love some sort of isolation, and until the age of 30. Now you have to see whether Sun is strong or Ketu is strong. Look at the zodiac sign in which Sun is placed, where the lord of that zodiac sign is placed. Look at the nakshatra in which Sun is placed, where the nakshatra lord is, where and how the nakshatra lord is placed. Which house Sun is ruling. Sun is the lord of which house. Ketu is the lord of which, Ketu cannot be the lord of any house, but Ketu's dispositor. Suppose Ketu is in a certain zodiac sign. In this case, we can see that Ketu is in Aries. Then Aries is a zodiac sign which is ruled by Mars. Then you should look at the position of Mars in the chart. Okay, so Mars should be well placed in the chart, either in Dharm Trikona, that is 159 houses. It should be, it should, or even if it is in a Kendra house. And if the native is moving towards Ketu, like moving towards the Ketu energy positively, then Ketu can also give the native success. Suppose if Ketu is the lord of a Kendra house, and if the native is moving towards selfless service, towards healthcare service, he wants to take he wants to do some charity, or he is connected to some hospital or healthcare homes. He believes in protecting animals, and he's connected to some welfare organizations that look after animals, or some welfare organizations that look after the unprivileged people. If the native is associated with such organizations or NGOs, then he can attain name and fame in life. He can do that. So you have to see whether native is using the energy of Ketu in a positive way. Ketu is also meditation. Ketu is also soul searching. Ketu is deep meditation, trying to connect with the higher source energy. And if the native is doing all that, if the native believes in charity, then the native is moving towards some sort of spiritual path, or is following some sort of spiritual path in life. Then the native's name and fame will spread in society. Otherwise, this will happen if Sun is in more or less good dignity, because Sun is our sense of self-confidence. Sun is actually very important, friends. It is our identity, our soul. And Sun also signifies the success that we are going to attain in life. So if Sun is more or less in good dignity, then the native will have a will have a balanced sense of self. So his selfhood, he will have a sense of self-esteem, self-confidence. Then and again he is using the energy of Ketu in a positive way, as I mentioned earlier just now. Then his name, fame will spread in society. And also if Jupiter is aspecting this conjunction, Sun Ketu conjunction, somehow, this conjunction, as I told you, it can take place anywhere in the chart. Yes, friends, if Jupiter is aspecting, then also it is good. It is considered to be very auspicious. This conjunction, if Sun Ketu are together, then it can give you good results in the first house if the native is moving towards spirituality, because Ketu is the flag of victory. Or Ketu can also show machinery, technology. If the native is involved in his work sincerely, then because Ketu is connected to the 8th house of technology also and machinery, then also the native, because Ketu is the flag of victory, and he is to some extent compassionate, because Ketu also shows compassion, charity. So if he is compassionate towards the needy, then Ketu is the flag of victory. It can give you good results even in the first house, but then after the age of 35 generally. Otherwise, Sun Ketu conjunction can give you good results in the 5th house, in the 9th house, if the native is moving towards a path of spirituality, or selfless service towards the people, especially towards the weak, unprivileged and needy. So if one is trying to help them out, if you are connected to some old age home, if you are doing some charity for orphanages or for physically handicapped people, then this conjunction will give you very good results. In the 1st house, 5th house, 9th house, or wherever this conjunction is there in the chart, it will give you good results. And especially if this conjunction is in the 2nd house, 12th house, in the 8th house. If this conjunction is in the 2nd house, then if it is in the 8th house, or if it is in the 12th house, then it can give a lot of health problems to the native. But if the native is doing charity, helping the unprivileged, then the Ketu, the Ketu energy the native is absorbing, then the health issues will be minimized to a great extent. Otherwise the native will have to suffer more, because Sun can show our eyesight, Sun can show digestive system, our stomach. So all these functions of the body, they will be affected negatively if the native is only moving towards materialistic pursuits and is not at all spiritual, not at all charitable towards the needy. Then it will be problematic for the native, especially in the 2nd house, in the 8th house, in the 12th house. It can cause a lot of diseases, even heart trouble, even heart disease also it can cause. Eyesight, problem with the bones also it can cause, and also digestive issues and all. So that is why you have to be very careful. The native may have to undergo surgery also if there is Sun Ketu combination, especially if it is in the 8th house, it can show, or in any house also. If Sun Ketu, and suppose if the aspect of Mars is also there, then definitely the native will have to undergo some kind of surgery. And also especially in the first house, it can show, by default it can show surgery, because first house is the house of the body also, body, mind, soul, but yes, body also. So Sun Ketu in the first house can give the native surgery. That is why the native has to, use the energy of Ketu in a positive way. The more the native is engaged in charity, in helping people, in meditation, if the native should meditate, yes, and try to connect with the higher source energy, with some divine energy. So then what will happen, then the native is absorbing Ketu's energy in a positive way, and then the native will get good results. Or the native can move towards the field of astrology and occult knowledge, occult knowledge, tarot card reading, astrology, palmistry, numerology, various kinds of occult fields of knowledge. They are all connected to the 8th house. So the native is, going towards any of these fields, then also the native can attain name, fame and prosperity and success in life. And the native's father may be absent. That also we can say. The native's father, this is one possibility, may be absent, or the native's father may be so busy that he may not find time for the native. This also can happen. Or it can show that the father had to undergo a lot of trouble, suffering in life. That also it can show. The father also may be affected by any of these diseases which I mentioned just now, especially if this conjunction is taking place in the 2nd house. Especially if this conjunction is taking place, if the father can have any kind of disease, especially if it is in the 8th and 12th house. Yes, if it is in the 8th house or 12th house, then not just the native, but even the father, and also 6th house, because 6th house is also the house of disease. Then not just the native, but also the native's father can suffer from any of these diseases which I mentioned. And friends, even you can say that Sun Ketu combination. So Ketu is connected to the 9th house. So if the native wants to become a priest, a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader, if the native wants to become a teacher, advisor, consultant, then it will be very good. If your sun is also more or less strong, and if Ketu is also in good dignity, such people can be very good consultants and advisors. They can be very good teachers, or even gurus, spiritual leaders also, spiritual guide also, even priest. So these such professions are good for the native. Or the native can be a yoga teacher, because Ketu is connected to the 12th house. The native can be a meditation and yoga teacher, that also. And if the native undertakes foreign travel, then he can attain name, fame and prosperity in society. If he undertakes foreign travel, then he can attain name and fame. That also we can say. So friends, all these possibilities are there if there is Sun Ketu. Yes. Now you just look at your own chart, in which house Sun is there, in which house Ketu is there, because there are so many possibilities, so many kinds of aspects can be there, which I mentioned in Bhrigu Nandinari. So somehow some combination of Sun and Ketu will be there, and might be there in your chart. Now Ketu is obstacle also. So until the age of 30, obstacles the native will have to face in attaining success in life. Success, name, fame, in establishing his identity in life. Some obstacles will come until the age of 30, 35. But after that, slowly, after Ketu lifts its shadow, and if you are using the energy of Ketu also, then it will be very good in a positive way. But then after the age of 35, slowly as the native matures, and the native also realizes that he needs to be kind towards the unprivileged, towards animals, then Ketu will give you very, very good results, and the Ketu will enable you to attain success in life, name, fame and prosperity in life. So friends, all these things we can say if you have Sun Ketu conjunction in your chart. Now you find out where Ketu is placed in your chart, where Sun is placed. So usually if Sun is strong, then this conjunction does not harm the native, because after all Ketu is also a planet which is connected to spiritual knowledge, to spirituality. Sun is also a planet which is connected to spiritual knowledge and spirituality. So in Bhrigunandi Nadi, actually Sun Ketu conjunction is considered to be good if the native is moving towards a spiritual path in life, or if the native is engaged in any kind of spiritual practice. It can be charity, meditation, then it is going to be very auspicious for the native. So friends, you can be an astrologer, you can be a healer, you can heal others with your advice, with your suggestions. Yes, with the knowledge that you have, you can also provide healing. You can you provide relief to others, help them come out of their suffering. So if you do that, then also this conjunction will give you very good results. So that's all, friends, for today. And it was so nice talking to you, and it was so nice discussing the Sun Ketu conjunction. So see you next time with another video. Do subscribe to this channel, and if you really have liked the video, then please hit the like button. See you next time, friends. Take care. Bye.